you, Ella. You know, Mary's so convinced that Mr. Ryder is at Pemberley to, you know, talk about the bell jar, knocking over the bell jar.
Sylvia Plath.
Yes. Talk about Sylvia Plath's greatest novel.
And why does
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
And why does she still have, do you think she still has no idea of Mr. Ryder's interest? She still just doesn't clock it.
I firmly believe that she doesn't know Mr. Ryder is interested in her until he's proposing to her. Do you agree? I don't think she does. Yeah, I stand by it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and why do you think that is?
I think I mean, it's sad, isn't it? But she's at a point in her life where she struggles to believe anyone is interested in her. It's quite tragic, but I think she just finds that concept really hard to get her head around. And he's a very eligible man, and she's like, "What? I don't understand why he'd be interested in me romantically, because he has lots of choice out there." You know, but also she's just got a very firm friendship with him, and they get on as buds. They're good buds, and she can't really make that leap in her mind, I think. What
From
do you
a bud
think?
comes a rose.
Rosalia.
Sorry, Rosalia. Sorry.
Rosalia, yeah. No. That's my answer.
Oh, yes.
I also wanted to ask, you know, I thought one of the best moments is when Ryder asked Mary, you know, what makes you happy? And she's like, no one's ever asked me that before.
Yeah, it's a
And
nice
I mean,
moment.
it kind of speaks to, you know, this relationship's also very important to her, you know. In what ways has Ryder helped her grow already at this point?
Well, I think he just teaches her to find the joy in life, don't you think? And kind of release, sort of drop her inhibitions and just kind of, you know, they meet in this basis where they're both kind of, they have an aversion to polite society, like you keep talking about, and how they think the rules are kind of a bit stagnant and a bit stiff, and they don't allow you to really be yourself. And they kind of both think it might be interesting to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think Ryder's interested in kind of he's certainly freeing himself. He's already started that process, and he, I don't know, we hear him say he lives by his sort of mantras of never wanting to really regret, you know, not living. You know, he's because of his father and the time he wasted. You know, he's basically said that he's going to live every day like it's his last, and so he sees in Mary someone who is not maybe potentially living up to their full potential, and wants to help with that, and through that they form this connection, and then and the love and the infatuation grows, I think, very organically, and
it feels quite irreverent and playful, and it doesn't feel like a courtship to Mary for that reason, right? There's no formality to their relationship, so I think that's maybe why she thinks it's a firm
and I've not seen that kind of development of a romance before, certainly in a period drama. It feels, I don't know, somehow different.
Definitely. And you know, Laurie, he starts to like recite a poem to, you know, say how he feels, you know, and when he's trying to express his feelings for Mary, and he kind of fumbles a little bit.
Right.
Did you guys kind of intentionally create that, you know, contrast, you know, in how Tom expresses poetry, like recites poetry, and how Ryder does?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because there's so many situations in which Ryder is very comfortable and feels a very at ease, and yet I think if he'd sort of pulled this romantic gesture with anyone else, he would have found it like it would have been easy breezy. Yeah, and I bet it wouldn't have cost as much. And I think he's, I think he's caught out really by how much it means to him, and it's kind of disarming. And in that moment, I think he's not expecting that.
Out of the three of you, who is the most fond of poetry at this point?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
No,
yeah.
I'm not going to put. I got really into it when I was playing Mary, but I've previously found a lot of poetry quite inaccessible. You are already a poetry fan.
Yeah, I was into it. Yeah, it was nice to read the scripts and go, okay, that doesn't seem like such an imaginative leap. Maybe like just, spending time with poetry, but probably taking someone to a secret garden and reading it out loud to them, that was an imaginative leap. I hadn't done that in my real
You
life.
haven't done that in real
I haven't
life.
done that in my real life. That's surprising. To date.
That surprises
To
me
date,
as well.
yeah.
You can't do it now.
You're going to get a plane to fly over Cork. Where you had.
Yes.
That feels, yeah.
But I guess I could have grown up. Maybe poetry was like through English class and stuff, and being introduced to like Irish poets in like literally just going to school. I think it was a way into like that, into like reading, into drama, and then it was probably part of like, this journey into doing this job. Yeah. So don't mind the poem.
Do one now. Make one up.
And, Ella, it ends on the cliffhanger of him about to, maybe make his proposal. We don't know yet, but she says nothing could have prepared me for what happened next. Is Mary hoping for a proposal at this point from Ryder? Or is she dreading one?
I think more dread than hope, only because she doesn't know at that point how she's going to react to it. And everyone keeps telling her, especially her mother, that it's likely to happen. And she just doesn't want to get her hopes up about anything romantic at that point. She just wants to like lower her expectation as much as possible. So, I don't know. I think Mary finds, like, even when Mr. Ryder's paying Mary really sincere compliments, she finds them really difficult to sit in the moment of receiving a compliment. I think she finds it really difficult. So the idea of like having to sit there and be proposed to just makes, just like makes her sweat. Do you know what I mean? But that's not to say that she has some intrigue as to whether in the moment she might say yes or no to it, I think.
Did you expect or predict what Ryder asked of Mary? Any of you?
I think what's nice about it is it's like, I don't know, when I read it, I was like, he's willing to, he obviously has an idea of like what he'd like the relationship to be like. And then because Mary means that much to him, he goes on the journey of being like, oh, I'll change my feelings on this too.
Yeah.
Because I fear losing her, which I think is very sweet.
He's not rooted in like, he has these ideals and somewhat principles, but they're very loose. So I think actually
he's adaptable.
The fact that he might throw it all away and for Mary it's not totally unsurprising.
And there's some clues planted throughout that, that's kind of the direction it was going,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Can you tease how Mr. Hayward comes back into the picture? Because, what's he been up to? Where's he been?
Where has he been? Well...
like geographically. Where has he been?
I was say Yorkshire.
Yeah.
When after the bell jar incident, I guess in episode 5, we see Mary dancing with both of her suitors, and I think it's a bit of a turning point for Mr. Hayward, because not only is he kind of clocking how he feels about Mary, which he's learned through this process of just like being friends with her and wanting her to settle into her life in London, and understanding that she's essentially there on her own, and that I think that's all formed a really good friendship. And then they have this dance together in episode 5, and I think he starts to understand that he feels the same way maybe as Mary does. It's made all the more complicated because he is in this understanding, this would have been the term of the time, with Miss Baxter, where I think the relationship, well, maybe not necessarily the relationship, but certainly the the society it has this external pressure of expecting a proposal soon, because I suppose kind of being in a courtship for almost 3 years
is
it's
seen
probably,
as a bit embarrassing.
is it?
Wait,
People
for
are
Just
them-
learn
asking
that.
For them, was it not? Because I
didn't
guess
play the embarrassment, I'm afraid. But I think, yeah, I probably there 3 years for a courtship seems quite long. So they're definitely building towards the expectation that there's going to be a proposal soon.
yeah.
But I think meeting Mary brings all that into a new light for Hayward. And so where has he been? I think he's been getting his house in order.
Yeah.
Whatever that
Yeah.
means.
Plumping the country.
Yeah, the cushions, cleaning the kitchen. It's just doing the gardening.
Getting it
And
real
it's totally
nice.
forgotten about Mary Bennett.
He's lit some candles.
Lit some candles. It's
That's
just
great.
going, when is Anne going to be? Because also she's not happening in the thing either. Anne is
yeah.
engaging in a flirtation.
That's all going on
So,
during
yeah.
that period, isn't it?
During that,
Yeah,
during
yeah,
your
yeah.
dinner party.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
So anyway, there's two of them in it.
Top.
And then I just
So I covered Laurie's face.